What's up, guys? Welcome back to Keto Rewind. I'm Jess, and today is day 13, I believe, of the Keto Rewind Clean 30 Challenge for the month of January. And I want to give you a full day of eating keto, some delicious keto recipes, and also an update on my front door. I started yesterday's video off with we were getting a new front door, so let me flip the camera around and give you a peek. Okay, so yesterday they swapped out our door, and it's a pretty 40-inch wide wrought iron door with a side panel window. They just have to come back and do trim on the inside, but I'll show you what it looks like outside. It's pretty cool. And we went with like a hammered glass. It's kind of hard to show on video. It might be too bright to show you right now. I might have to do an update on tomorrow's dinner with using afternoon sun. But there is the front. Isn't that so pretty? They have to come back and do some brickwork. But overall, that's pretty much a game changer on the front of the house. But yeah, when they had to take off the side panel of window, they broke some brick, but they're going to come back and do that and then add the trim, paint the trim on the side, because right now it's white and it's going to match the same color as the door. But other than that, we have a new door. So a few things before I get into today's video I want to talk about. So right now, the amount of work that goes in to edit and upload and have somewhat of a good video or good content that I like to stand behind, that takes a ton of work, and to do it 31 straight days in a row, it didn't leave me any wiggle room for if we had an emergency like this past weekend when we took our dog in. That was a whole day that I didn't get to film. So then now I'm behind and I'm just like going crazy trying to get caught up again. So when you can start sensing your emotions and the stress, and it's just mounting on each other, it starts to get to the point where you just feel like you're drowning. So right now, I feel like I'm drowning right now. Additionally, adding on top of that, the world events right now, specifically in the US, the COVID, all that stuff on top, and plus I'm a busy mom, and, I got my parents here, so I just feel right now I'm drowning trying to keep up and to not be stressed out. And one of the things that's lacking right now is my workout. I'm not getting a good workout in, I'm not taking time for me, and I'm just giving me to everybody else. And that is a huge part of this journey. You can't have that unbalance or imbalance. So I am going to take a day and I'm going to take a break. And I just need that day to get caught up, to breathe again, and to maybe find a way to push on through. Because the part of me was like, I've gotten a lot of, I wouldn't say negative comments, but I'm getting feedback that's not cool. It takes a lot of work to do this for free, might you add. I'm not talking about my very loyal following that has nothing but kind things to say. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the haters and the people nitpicking every single detail of my plan for this month. So, and on top of that, my views and subscribers are way down for this month. Compared to last January, I think I got 30,000 subscribers in the month of January that came to my channel. I maybe have 3,000 new ones this month. So, and I'm giving a free meal plan this time. So I don't know what's going on, but it's discouraging for me. And I don't want to say I'm having a pity party or something like that, but it's a ton of work right now to do this, to take it away from me and my family, for the results that I'm seeing. So I would never give up, even if only one person watched. So I'm not saying I'm not going to make any more videos, but I am 13 days into this, and sometimes life gets hard, life doesn't go your way, and you're, instead of having a pity party, you just sit down and figure out, okay, what do I need to do to move forward? What do I need to do to fix this? And right now, I need to take me out of the equation, and I need to fix me. So that means, I'm gonna switch my hand here, phone's getting heavy. So that means I need to take a step back and I need to breathe, and I'll come back and whatever. If nobody watches my videos, that's fine, but I need to take that I gotta get that out right now. And a walk for me is my favorite way to just get my head back. Because, you know, like I'm walking around with the stress that I have right now is just not good. And I have to pick me, and I didn't pick me, and that's why I got to 309 pounds in the first place. So with making a long story short, I may not post tomorrow's video for day 14. With that being said, I will post the recipe, and I have on my website at KetoRewind.com, I have the week 3 meal plan already ready to go. We have some great recipes that are new for this challenge and to my channel. So you check those out. It's gonna be exciting and it's gonna be tasty. So everybody just breathe, and just because it gets tough doesn't mean you give up. You just readjust your sail and you keep sailing. You know what I mean? So, and that's what I'm gonna do today. So I am, after this video is uploaded, I'm gonna go for a long walk. I have my headphones on as loud as they go, and I'm just gonna tune it all out, and I'm gonna feel like a new person in about an hour. So anyways, I am going to kick off today's full day of eating. Luckily, I have this content already done. I actually did it yesterday, so that makes this a little bit easier to get my day going and to start breathing again, and you know, the whole 9 yards. So anyways, I will see you for week 3 for sure, day 1. But I'm not guaranteeing I'm gonna post a video tomorrow for day 14. But the recipe, everything will be there. I just can't guarantee I will get that video up. So anyways, let's get to today's video. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna make our keto toast. And you're gonna need something with a flat bottom that you can microwave. Or if you plan on using a oven dish, something with a flat bottom, and if you want to oven bake this. Now you can make a couple of these up ahead of time, but I'm just going to show you how to make 2 servings. Let's go ahead and get this started. I'm going to post the exact recipe link down below. Almond flour. You're going to need a scoop of unflavored protein powder. Stick with the unflavored. Use your favorite keto approved sweetener, such as Lakanto monk fruit or Swerve, you know, So Nourished, one of those. So anyways, link for this one will be down below as well. 3-finger pinch of salt. I measured that and I found that my 3-finger pinch of salt is a 1/4 teaspoon. So FYI, measure that if you're curious. And xanthan gum is the next one. This is gonna act like our binder. A quarter teaspoon of xanthan gum. And a heaping 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder. And all I'm gonna do is mix this up, and then we're gonna add some water to it and pop it in the microwave. That is how easy it is to make this keto toast. Okay, now once that's all mixed up, I'm gonna put 70 grams of water, mix that up, and we're gonna put it in the microwave. Okay, so now we just tap it a little bit to level it, and now I'm gonna stick it in the microwave for 2 minutes. So you could eat it just fine like this, but I'm gonna toast it. So after it's been cooked, now I'm gonna toast it in my air fryer. So I lined my pan with parchment paper, comes right out. Now you can see, ooh, fogging up. Sorry about that, fogged up this lens. So you can see, it resembles bread. So now I'm just going to cut it in half, and we're gonna toast it up in the air fryer at 400 degrees for about 3-4 minutes until it gets nice, the desired golden brown color that I like. And that will firm it up so it'll hold the weight of the sandwich better as well. So method to my madness. But this is gonna be basically 4 slices of bread. 2 for me and 2 for my husband. So I'm gonna slice this down because it's real thick. That's too big. So anyways, all right, so now you can see that I've cut that one big piece into 4 regular bread-sized pieces, and you can see another view of the bread. So here we go. We're gonna go bring it to the air fryer. This is the Breville Smart Oven, air fryer, dehydrator, everything all in one, and I love it. So link will be down below if you wanted more details. Okay, it's been 4 minutes and we are perfectly toasted. Okay, so the next thing is, how do you know when you have a good avocado or not? My trick is I put my fingers on the top and the bottom and squeeze. If it's soft, it's good to go. If it's hard and you can't squeeze, put it back or set it on the counter for a couple of days. But we're gonna make, I missed my line completely. We're gonna make a avocado spread for the top of my toast. And to this, we're just gonna add onion powder, garlic powder, and salt and pepper. You can just slice the avocado, you don't have to mash it, but I'm gonna make this be like my butter for my toast. So just mash up your avocado and then lightly season it, or not, and enjoy. But avocado is a wonderful source of fat. Don't be afraid of it. And it's actually the only fruit that is okay on keto. Let's season it up. We have a little bit of garlic powder, probably 1/8 of a teaspoon. Same thing with the onion. Just a little bit. And salt and pepper. I like pepper, don't judge. And all we're gonna do now is mix this up and spread it on top of our toast. Easy as that. You're getting your electrolytes from the pink salt, and you're getting your good source of fats from the avocado. You're getting your eggs. All right, that's my finished plate. Keto toast with some guacamole and 3 eggs fried up in some butter. All right, it's now dinner time, and we're going to do oven-baked chicken with sauteed kale. So I'm going to start off with about 2 pounds of raw chicken, and I'm going to dice them up in about 1-inch cubes. You could put the full piece of chicken in the oven and bake it all together, but I like the fact that I'm going to speed it up a little. We're on a time crunch. So I'm going to pre-cook the chicken, and then once it's cooked, we're going to go ahead and put it in that baking dish. So meanwhile, I'm going to take a giant bowl of water and wash my kale with some vinegar. So about a 1/4 cup of white vinegar. And this really just washes the kale and makes it very clean. And if you're buying kale in bulk like I am, I had 3 large of that size bushels here. And I promise it's going to cook down big time. It's going to cook down like spinach does. So once my kale has sat in the water for about 10 minutes, I just give it a rinse and dry it off with some paper towels. Just like that. And it essentially gets most of the water out. No big deal. And meanwhile, my chicken is done, and I'm going to put some Italian seasoning on the top. I've sprayed my baking pan with avocado spray. And that was about 2 tablespoons of the Italian seasoning. And then I'm going to do black pepper. And this just allows the chicken to have a little bit of a crust or a little crunch on the outside with still maintaining it nice and soft inside. But you, like I said, you could do this all in one step and use raw chicken and then add the spices. I just like to switch it up every time I cook it. It keeps it new and fresh and exciting. So, but that was basically salt, pepper, and garlic in my bamboo salt shaker here. And then once I have the salt on there, we're going to just stir it around with a spoon. Make sure everything gets evenly incorporated and mixed. And we're going to pop it in the oven at 400 degrees for like 5 minutes. Nothing too fancy. I am going to sprinkle some Parmesan cheese, though, before I pop it in the oven. And that's what's going to give it that little crust or the crunch. And it's really good this way. So don't forget to switch up the way you cook. And then so it doesn't dry out, I am going to put a couple tablespoons of butter on the top. And the chicken will be done once the butter is melted and the cheese is browned. So, I mean, we're talking like 5 minutes here, not a lot. You don't want to dry out your chicken. So pop that in the oven and we will make the saute. This meal is really quick. So it's a great meal when you're in a time crunch. So I have 2 tablespoons of butter in the pan, and I'm going to add some olive oil, about 2 tablespoons. And I am cooking this on a lower heat, so that's why I'm using olive oil. And then I'm going to do a heaping tablespoon of minced garlic. But like I said, I'm using a lower heat here. I don't need to really cook it that hot, so it's okay to use olive oil. But if you were worried about that, go ahead and switch to avocado, and you can always finish it with olive oil when it's done. So now I'm going to take all of that kale that we've washed and I'm going to stuff it into this large fry pan. And see, it's like overflowing. Look how much this is going to reduce once it's done cooking. So mash it in there as much as you can. Put the cover on it. Let it steam for a couple of minutes. And when you see this next, it's like nothing. There's nothing in the pan. So at this point, I'm going to put pepper, salt on my sauteed kale and a little garlic. I love lots of flavor, so you can leave off the garlic, but I like a heavy punch of garlic. And then obviously pink salt. And this is such a tasty dish. It is, seriously, if you're not a fan, do it. Oh, and then dry marsala. Make sure it's dry marsala wine and not sweet marsala wine, but roughly a tablespoon to 2 tablespoons or so. Put that in the pan and then take some tongs and mix everything so that it all is yummy. So there's the chicken. It came out of the oven. I'm going to scoop myself 5 ounces. I believe it was 6 ounces. Sorry. But you can do whatever fits into your macros. So do whatever fits into your macros. I was aiming for 6. That's my ballpark I aim for. So we got 5 3/4, close enough. And then we're going to add the sauteed kale. So you can see the garlic, the minced garlic all cooked through there. And it, oh my gosh, so delicious. And at this point, I like to finish it with some olive oil. That just gives it just a little bit more of a flavor and also keeps my fat macros up for the day. And that's basically it. You can sprinkle that on with some Parmesan cheese as well and enjoy, but I just chose to have it as is. Okay, so let's go over the macros for today. So lunch was keto toast with 3 eggs that I fried in butter. So, and I put a avocado or half an avocado smashed on my toast. So that was my lunch. And then for dinner, I should say, let's talk about snack. So snack, I did my keto coffee. I was a little hungry today, so I also had a 1/4 cup of the pumpkin seeds that I showed on my pantry video. Those are a great way to get a little extra protein in and a little extra fats, and it's also loaded with magnesium and zinc. So sprouted pumpkin seeds is a great way to have a snack. And a big handful or 1/4 cup of pumpkin seeds looks like an enormous pile of pumpkin seeds. So it gets that crunch, the salt, that kind of thing. And obviously my keto coffee. And for dinner, we did chicken breast with, remember the kale, it cooked way down. So I started with 2 cups, but it shrunk down to that tiny little bit. I cooked the kale in olive oil and butter. So I have accounted for olive oil and butter. It made 6 servings and the minced garlic. And then I forgot to add the butter for the chicken. So I'm going to add extra. I forgot to include that. So 1.5 tablespoons, because it was for 6 of us. But anyways, 1.5 tablespoons of butter. And then, with the chicken. I didn't log the spices because they weren't going to change my macros that much because I have a pretty decent cushion. But anyways, overall, I had 10 of 19 net carbs, 112 grams of my 119 grams of fat, 91 grams of my 95 grams of protein, and 1439 of my 1522 calories for the day. So overall, a fantastic day, and I will see you soon. You're watching Keto Rewind.